Right. Hello, my name is John Burnett, and today I will be presenting on algorithmic decision making in businesses and business operations and how it can have an impact on a business's efficiency, can lead to biasness and ethical concerns and raise ethical concerns within organizations. So to start off with the introduction, so in the past few decades, there has been a rise of artificial intelligence, and it's really reshaped how businesses make decisions nowadays. So organizations used to rely on human judgment, and now they're increasingly depending on data-driven algorithms to make those decisions for them. So these automated systems are used in a lot of different business segments, such as hiring, fraud detection, pricing, and customer targeting as well. So while these systems allow for businesses to operate at a more efficient level and an even larger scale, they also introduce important concerns and issues such as bias, lack of transparency, and accountability issues within an organization. So, what is algorithmic decision making? So, pretty much algorithmic decision making refers to the use of automated systems and even machine learning models to analyze large amounts of data and generate decisions based on that. So, these systems rely on vast amounts of data, identify patterns within that data, and then generate outcomes or results because they were able to identify certain patterns within that data being given to them. So this can be beneficial for businesses because it can either support or sometimes even fully replace human judgment in business operations, which can overall reduce costs for a company. So speaking of that, let's talk about the advantages of algorithmic decision making. So one of the main advantages of algorithmic decision making is efficiency. So these systems can process large amounts of data very quickly and very accurately. And another benefit to this is being consistent. So unlike humans, algorithms are not affected by, fatigue or emotions, which can help reduce variability in decisions, which is very nice. And in addition to this, systems can help improve accuracy and allow businesses to make real-time decisions. And they can even also personalize services for customers, which can enhance the overall user experience for that customer experiencing that business. So even though there's a lot of advantages that come to algorithmic decision making and business operations, it does have its drawbacks or its cons. So one of the major risks that algorithmic decision making or automated systems have in businesses or organizations is being biased. So these systems are like pretty much trained on historical data given into them. And if that data being given into them or being inputted has some sort of bias, those outcomes will then reflect on the given data and then have biased outputted from those systems. So a real world example of this is Amazon's hiring algorithm. So a few years ago, when Amazon was hiring candidates for the company, it ultimately showed bias against female applicants compared to male applicants. It showed that male applicants were better to hire during this AI recruiting cycle than female applicants. So this example pretty much demonstrates how algorithms can unintentionally reinforce discrimination within a business. So let's talk about the societal, business, and personal implications. So these systems can contribute to inequality by limiting certain opportunities for certain groups. Research has shown that many people are concerned that these systems are becoming biased and unfair to certain people, which, if this came out for an organization, it could really damage their reputation. Um, so which is not what a company wants. They don't want their reputation to be damaged in any way, because if you have your reputation damaged, then customers are less likely to come back. And then when you have a customer who used to um, be available for that business, it can really cause concerns such as financial trouble, and financial concerns for that business can even lead to bankruptcy. So you really don't want any inequality to be a factor when you have algorithmic decisions or algorithmic automated systems within your business operations. So a week ago, I interviewed my buddy's dad, who works for Police Insurance Services in San Jose. His name is John Hitch. He was an ex-business analyst out of college, and uh, he gave me a lot of insights of how algorithmic systems were used in his company that he worked for, and how they were mainly used for risk assessment and decision making. And they've really improved efficiency within that company because of those automated systems being applied. But he really emphasized that human oversight is still really necessary to ensure that fairness is being involved and accuracy is being involved in the decision-making process. So IS course concepts. So this topic connects to key information systems concepts such as machine learning models and even HCI, or human computer interaction. So machine learning models are pretty much is the whole presentation. They rely heavily on data quality. So what goes in really affects what comes out. So which directly affects the accuracy and the fairness of decisions made by businesses. And HCI, or human computer interaction, is also pretty important because users must be able to understand and interpret those system outputs. And to conclude, algorithmic decision making plays a significant role in modern business operations. So while it provides benefits such as efficiency, accuracy, scalability, it also does introduce serious risks like bias, lack of transparency, and accountability issues. So businesses must find a balance between automation and human judgment while ensuring that there is transparency and accountability within their automated systems. And as I continue my studies in information systems, this paper and this whole project has really enforced the importance of not only understanding how those automated systems works, but also concerning the broader impact it has on society and not only on individuals and businesses. That concludes my presentation.